Woo! It's another week, baby. We are back, and the mines are calling our name. Just kidding, guys. We are officially on. This week, we show you what happened with 2 weeks, actually, of our Battleship game. So for those of you guys who watched my long and monotonous and droning on and on video last week, I really wanted to explain how Battleship goes for anybody else looking. But now, it is time for the action. And let me tell you, y'all, the boys done carried me. It is crazy. We have learned a lot about our clanmates and how much they actually have time to play. I'm impressed. But again, we are one dad trying to do this with 2 kids and a job. So I guess what do we expect? But here we go. Check it out, guys, as we dive in to our adventures in Battleship.
Iron Men are said to stand alone, but 3 brothers chose a different path. And so the group Iron Man adventure had begun until one by one, they turned away. And so today, he walks alone. This is SpicyIron Adventures.
Well, for those of you guys who were tuned in a couple weeks ago, one of the tiles that we have is going to be getting the new collection log for the Fang or for the Lightbearer, which is perfect because that's what we were already going for. It's also to bring in another one of those shields. Hopefully I don't get that. We'll let the boys get those, but no luck here. But yeah, Fang and Lightbearer, we're going to be here for a minute trying to get these puppies, and I'll take those. That's not too shabby for the first run of the week. But here we go. We're going to grind out a few of these here real quick and see if we can contribute. Here we go. Next KC coming in. Unfortunately, everybody else gets to run together, but we are trying to hang on desperately to our prestige, and it is... My mind's changing a little bit. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get anything here. What are we going to get? Hey, that's all right, dude. A blue gem. That helps out because we are eventually going to have to go do the Calphite Queen. And that is literally exactly what we wanted to take on the Calphite Queen. That's the only one that gives you stuff on like the outside. So that is honestly even better in the long run. Because don't forget, we have that Master Clue Scroll where we need the Dragon Chain Body. So that is what we are looking for, baby. Next KC coming in here. Let's hop through the door. Everybody drum roll, please. Hopefully that's not too loud. All right, let's see here. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I didn't expect much anyways, but I was expecting more than that, though. That is a little bit of a sad story right there. Sneaking away from TOA for a little bit, we got a whole lot of bad drops, but that is another level there for Hunter, as we are now hunting some Teku Salamanders. Something we can do a little AFK on the side here. That is another drop, getting that Teku. So, not anything I'll ever use, but let's go get it. Well, we are off to getting the Green Man mask now. So, we have been running this over and over and over again. And about every 2,000 of these offerings, we're going to go ahead and try to pop these things off. Because as much as I need to be getting up my fletching level, I don't really want to. I told myself when this mini game came out that we were going to do this, and I was like, we're going to just pile through as much as we can, as fast as we can. It's going to be freaking great. And I ran it, and I'm like, we're just running in circles fletching. I'd rather bank stand. So we're going to slowly chip away at some of this kind of stuff here, and try to get that Green Man mask and help out with the group over here. So stay tuned as we drone on. Here we go, here we go. I found a RuneLite plugin, y'all. I didn't know this was a thing. We can now like see highlights on the little flowers on the ground. It tells us exactly what we're doing. It's completely brain dead. It's kind of nice because you don't have to like look around. And I know that sounds crazy lazy. Yes, that's exactly what we're going for. This is RuneScape. What were you thinking? Of course it's crazy lazy. We are trying not to work as hard so that we can accomplish more than everybody else. That is literally how this game works. And if you're not playing it that way, you're playing it wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. It's not possible. But here we go. Popping off a bunch more of these things. Let's see what kind of goodies we can come up with over here. And probably should just lock these settings and deposit everything. Probably would have been the smarter way to do it. But regardless, we're going to get so much flax doing this. I'm starting to learn. It is just absolutely wild how much of this stuff is coming up in seeds. Lots and lots of seeds. Nope. Next one. Hey yo, that's another level on the fletching front. Nice to see it. Nice to see it. And now we get back to carving all this stuff up because we don't care to see it anymore. All right. We just got ourselves another knife. I don't even know what number knife that is right now, but wrong thing. I don't know actually what the drop rates are on these things, but the knife wasn't the drop rate we were going for. I guess I can search this real quick. Let's see here. Veil, totems, drops. Veil offerings. The knife is 1 in 333. The mask is 1 in 500. And the bowstring spool is 1 in 200. Which bowstring spool is kind of something we actually want to get there. So, I don't know. Because the more bowstring spools you get, the more AFK you can be later on, I guess, or store more bowstrings. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. There we go. That is the Green Man mask. So that checks off a tile there. And then we'll submit that in and see if that's a hit on one of their battleships. But that was a long freaking grind, and we will get that with the last few Veil Totem stuff there left. So you love to freaking see that, man. Now, I think it's a completely useless item, and it's probably just going to take up space in our bank because we will never use that again. So we'll come back to fletching another time. I am absolutely done with this game for the next little while. Now is our brief little intermission here. Yeah, that's the word we're looking for, an intermission. But we have decided that while we were out today, we wanted to do some AFK stuff. So we set up a cannon and finally rocked it out with all of those stinking Black Knights. So if you guys haven't done that, just go cannon away. But that finishes it up, baby. That takes off the Elite Falador Diary. Nice little way to abandon my clanmates and go do something useful for my account. How useful? I'm not really sure. It's a Falador Diary. I don't think it does that much. But hey, it got me out of doing a clan event for about a couple hours. So let's go ahead and unlock all this here real quick. Alright, perfect. Great. Bye. See ya. And pop this lamp off. And let's throw it on agility. Because I feel like I can do Herblore now. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, since we've got that blue gem, I'd say the best way to do this is to come rock this out. I have looked up a bunch of stuff. I was trying to switch back and forth for a little while and attack with like melee and with range. And from everything I'm seeing, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. And I think with like a broken Bofa, if you will, not having the full armor set, it's better just to stay melee the whole time. So this blue gem really does make the world of a difference, being out of, what's it called? TOA? Tombs. So we're going to sit here and try to go through all of our resources because that's what we want to do while we're out here today. And we're just going to do the flinching method here and 1KC dreams and then run away. You know what I'm saying? If you've done this boss, you know exactly what I'm saying. That's almost enough right there with resources. I think I might try to do a 2KC dream. We might make a mistake here doing this, but I want to try. All right, we did it, baby. We did it. Let's go. 2KC dream. More food. Not enough to come back here, though. So let's GTFO, my friends. GTFO. Right, so I just found out that Green Man mask from earlier was a miss. So we did all that grinding for nothing. So I figured let's come over and do some shamans for a little bit. We need to, let's see, 1,099. We need to get our Dragon Warhammer. So 1 in 3,000, good lord words, KC. So we've been running this for a little bit here. Today, this is something else that we can do on mobile. Again, a lot of this stuff I have to do on mobile, so I give these guys props for hanging in there and doing this more so. But yeah, so we're gonna try to run this through, get the Dragon Warhammer at 1 in 3,000, and maybe this time we'll actually get a hit. We've had a bunch of the guys doing a ton of work, but the team 2 is absolutely wrecking. They have 2 guys on there, and my goodness, I give them props. They have the best RNG in the world. They're just getting drops left and right, and it ain't looking pretty. I'll have to show you guys later. I'll probably just show you at the very end how the map looks when they destroy us by a landslide. But yeah, we're gonna stay here. I'm not worried about red Xing. Blue text, baby. That's just lots of money. I mentioned red Xing earlier. That is definitely something that has crossed my mind. But back in the day, you could red X while you were doing what's the word? I think you throw a cannon base down and do it that way. But apparently now you need friends to go through and do this with you. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way and just run around. But we should have that range level. Yep, there we go. Range level 95. Wait, is that 95? Yeah, 98. You guys know what I'm saying. I can't freaking read today. 98. So we are one away from 99. But anyways, red Xing. If you guys are going to do this, I highly encourage it. I did read that there was like a clan chat for this kind of stuff, and you just pay excessive amounts of money. But hey, I mean, I guess we're making money on this boss, so there's a plus side. But no, we're going to stick it out here. Let's see if we can get this. We have one other guy who's running this with us, so between the two of us, hopefully we can get it. I think he's around like 2,500 KC already, so he is definitely well ahead of me. Let's take a look and just see where I'm at here real quick. 1748, yeah, so I'm a little bit further behind him, but he and I are going to be the only two running this tile, so hopefully it'll be me. Love you, bro, but I'd rather it be me to get it. Another quick check-in for you guys. I've been doing a lot of this on mobile today while we were out and about at lunch, and so let's just take a quick look. There we go, another roughly 200 KC done on mobile today. Still no luck, but hey, it's a 1 in 3,000. We're still well underneath the drop rate. And honestly, this is something I've never gotten before. On the bright side, we are getting so many of these lizardman fangs that I think we will be absolutely golden when it comes to setting up our house portal and trying to get all those goodies set up. You know what I'm talking about. The thing that's right down there in the portal room. The Xerx's Talisman, like infinite teleports or whatever. I don't even know what I'd use that for anymore, but I do know there are days where I'm like, I wish I had that. I think you need like 5,000 lizard fangs, maybe something like that to do it. So we are gonna try and rock this out here more. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, there you go. So we're getting closer to it, or actually, no, sorry, we're just over it. 5187. So we could technically right now go out there and do it, and then you just need an inert plain one, which I think I have plenty of those, so not too bad. But if you guys are going to do this, real easy setup here. I do 2 range potions, 2 antidote plus. I do like 12 prayer pots, and then just 4 of these sunlight antelopes, and that's really all I need. And then the big thing, if you haven't done this in a long time, or if you're coming back to the game, here's the thing that got me for a while. You do have to bring an herb sack now, because it used to be where they noted everything, which I guess was worse. And it was a good update, but it just takes me a while to get used to it. But now everything's dropped loose, so you got to have the herb sack, so that way you can just kind of throw it in the bag, bro. But in the end, it does save you space. No luck here, y'all. One of the boys got it. He got the Dragon Warhammer. There's literally 2 of us grinding for it, and he was the one to get the drop. So, on to the next task. There's been a few other things I've done that I don't think I got recordings of because I didn't need to, because they just got it so dang quickly. So apparently demon tears don't pop up on this. But yeah, we're going to come chop demon tears to help out. All right. I can't just stop, man. We've already grinded so stinking much. We've got to do this. I'm sorry, clan. If you're watching this, I swear I was trying to help, but we have been doing this for way too freaking long just to give up. I want that stinking Warhammer. Never a Warhammer. Never. Well, what do you know? Turns out demon tears weren't needed either. So, here goes the plays of Battleship to make it slightly different than doing bingo, where you're just trying to fill in the board. Here it's like you do a task and you get slapped in the face for doing that task. Luckily, I learned demon tears are extremely AFK. We got, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 of them. So the day that we ever get to doing, I think that's that's Doom that they help out. the day we ever decide to learn Doom, which I guess we could at any point, at least get the early stages. We got easy access to it if you have never done those before. But yeah, so now what we're going to do here, while we have some drive time ahead of us, where I don't actually have to drive this time and somebody else can, we are going to be gathering up some Crystal Shards because we need a total combined, I don't remember what it was, 80,000 Crystal Shards or something wild like that. So we keep planting trees over here so that way we can harvest these, and then we're running laps. We're doing a little bit of Volcano. We're going to go into a little bit of the Gauntlet. We're just doing whatever we can do to try and get this stuff. And I think Gauntlet will be better because we can get the armor seeds. 1 for me, but 2, it counts as crystal seeds as well. Or shards, sorry. So maybe we'll run that now. First KC, well, I lied. Second KC of the Gauntlet. Let's see. Nothing but you see how we're just getting all these freaking seeds here. Another KC. Here we go. Come on. Show me the money. Oop, I probably should change the screen. Well, we're going to be making money. That's true. Another one, and that was our armor seed. That is finally the second armor seed that I've ever gotten on this count. First one I've ever gotten from Corrupt Gauntlet. So, stoked to see that. That actually gives me a little life to want to do even more, to get all of them. All right, here we go. Can we get another one after that armor seed? Back to back? No, back to back. We'll see you in another 105 KC, 110. I don't even remember at this point what it was. Armor seeds. Love them. Hate them. Gotta have them, though. There we go. Next KC down of a new day. And what are we going to get here? Runes. Let's run it back. Another one. Can we get it? Show me the money. Nope. Run it back. Another KC. Here we go, dude. We're just churning and burning, baby. Churning and burning. And getting nothing. Holy cow. Hey, yo. Back at Calfight Queen. And that gives us the KQ Adept, baby. 25 KC. Now, the worst part about this is this long motherfucking run to get around here. But until you complete the Elite Diary, this is your only option. So here's the negative parts of doing, what's the word I'm looking for? Doing this grind now, but I mean, in order to do it, we're going to have to do it anyways because you got to get that 1 in 256 head drop. So we're just going to keep doing this 1 KC or 2 KC at a time. It's been a lot more 1 KCs than it has been 2s. So if you're coming here, you're not alone. Everyone struggles together. If you can run this in a duo, your friends love you more because when I asked for a duo from my brother, he said to kick rocks, bro. He's not going to show up here. I don't blame him. All right, let's make this mad dash. Throw in Protect from Mage. Throw in Piety. Get ready to drill him with a Bone Dagger. Switch over and then just start smacking away. Step under and smack. Step under and smack. If you guys aren't doing this method, you are eating way too much food. Even doing this method, you eat a ton. Throw out your thralls. And just remember, when you're doing this, you can use any thrall you want, but they just take minimized damage because Calfight Queen is based off of the old mechanic. So it's not like a complete prayer protection. So it's just minimized damage. But still better to try to throw up the correct thrall, use your correct stuff. But as you can see here, I'm hiding underneath her. So that way when she pops back up, she won't just get a free hit off immediately. And then we go right back to hitting her again. It's as simple as that. Hit, smack, eat, run out of resources. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Calfight Queen. Have I mentioned it yet? Golly, this has been the longest freaking kill, dude, of just zeros on everybody's part. And we get more food. I don't know if we want to run that back again or not. We're going to try it out, see what we get. We're going to cut it really close here. Nope, we're not. We're just going to bail. Can we do this? I don't know. Can we just... No. Here we go. We had to run away. Wasted. All right, y'all. Guess what? Calfight Queen is a dud. And Crystal Shards have been completed. So what that means next is now we are on to having to get ourselves some Sunflyer. There you go, guys. The brand new name, the Sunflyer Spinners. Sunfire Splinters. So if you guys have not done this yet, I put this off, and I remember reading about this long ago where they're like, just spam wave 1, just spam wave 1, you'll be fine. Dude, wave 1 is crazy easy. And I'm using the ward thingy from TOA, and I'm using my Dragon Hunter wand just because it's more DPS, but it's not necessary if you were doing this. All you really need is just some like Mystic Clothes, a regular Sceptre that can auto cast, and then like Tome of Fire or something, I don't know. Just something that gives you mage bonuses. And then literally you just run in here. You see, you can get all that kind of stuff, but then you just collect the splinters. You get 80 splinters every time. You run over here, you collect them, and you do it again. If you're a little too slow, they will send out one more melee guy, but he's easy. You literally protect for melee, and like, as you can see here, I'm never going through almost any of these resources here. I even kind of stopped popping my super combat just because I felt like it was a waste. It's not really needed. The longest part of this whole fight is this run right here. But you literally just step in here, say, yeah, we're going to do the bear because it's the main thing. Magic and magic boosting. Hit the guy in the middle there. Freezes everybody, and then you just kind of pop that off. And as long as you're 3 steps away, you won't get hit by these guys. And then just go ahead and knock out the ranger, and then you'll go melee that last magic guy. But yeah, I'm using as much damage boosting stuff as I can, but I've seen plenty of guys do it without, and you really don't need anything like special whatsoever. I brought the claws just to try to finish this up before the melee guy comes out, because the first time I thought he was that range guy that I saw from Gridmasters, and then he freaking declawed me, and whew. There we go. This is the guy right here. I was a little too slow. I hit a bunch of zeros, but as long as you're protecting melee, he's literally going to do no damage, so you're literally just going to keep tackling him there. So, if you need splinters here for prayer and your Tome of Fire, this is it, dude. It is that easy. Anybody can do this. Ooh, man, another thing of splinters available? Kinda want to go for it. I didn't realize this was an option. I guess I'm not going to get hit by any mana core, so we can choose that one. And, let's take a look here. Oh gosh, there's a lot more people. I think I was getting... Ooh, that's true. I didn't think about this because now I got to protect from everything. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. Okay. Oh, and now we didn't even freeze a guy. Oh my gosh, this is... Okay. Wave 1, easy. Wave 2, holy moly above, dude. This is why we're not going for a quiver anytime soon. Luckily, we got guys in the clan that are going to do the quiver thing for us. Don't go out there where the ranger can get you. Oh my gosh, and now there's a freaking another. Oh gosh, there's that DDS spec or thingy. Oh gosh, I can't think. Oh my lord. Nope. There's our first death. No wave 2, y'all. Don't do it. Alright, we're reset. We got all of our gear. Let's freaking go! We went back! Look at that! Look at that in the inventory! The Dragon Warhammer freaking exists! I hit record on my computer like 30 times. And turns out that my computer had reset itself and I forgot, and so OBS wasn't up. So I couldn't record it, but I swear I hit it like 20 times. But dude, I cannot believe we finally got the Dragon Warhammer. That is, oh, it looks so clean. All right, we're going to do this now where we can run here with the Dragon Warhammer. That's the veteran 50kc now, using our Warhammer to spec this thing out. It is night and day specking with this. Here we go, baby. The Calphite Queen head. Let's go. Out of a 1 and 256, we got that at 51, dude. That was like back-to-back pop-ups, if you will. But now that means we got to do our other crap. Okay, well, until we get around to doing that other stuff, being like, what do you call it? I think we need fletching up to 95, prayer up to 85, and then something else up. I don't even remember. Let's come in here. Let's make this Zarek's Talisman. We went out and bought all the goodies and spent all the monies, because that's what RuneScape wants all these Iron Men to do, is just spend their money. And then let's come over here, and now we can mount up the Calphite Queen head. Needs up here. Which one needs this one? Build a head trophy space. And Gilded Display is going to hold it. So let's throw that up there. And then, why did that not go in there? Is that? Yeah, there we go. Click on. No, not examine. Oh my goodness. How do you do this? Somebody's probably on the other end. Just do this. Use. What? That makes no freaking sense to me. All right, hang on. Yeah, even right clicking. I don't understand, dude. How are we supposed to get that on there? Oh, it says mount. Oh my gosh. That was so dumb. Some of you guys are probably sitting there like, this mother freaking idiot doesn't see it say mount, as I probably hovered over it like 30 or 40 times. There we go. Let's talk to our little head here. Or we've already started talking to her. I don't think we have to do anything. I think we just go through that dialogue and let's check and see here. There we go. An elite combat task completed. So now we got to go grind out all the other joyous stuff. Let's freaking go. Let's see here. Where's it? Desert. Where's the D at? There we go. All right. Scroll down. If we can scroll. There we go. 91 thieving. That was the other thing. So 95 fletching, 91 thieving, and then 85 prayer. And the other stuff I can already do. All right. Before we leave, one of the things left is Oathplate legs or a gilded. I'd say that kind of counts as gilded. You know? It's gold wrapped around that thing. Gilded? Anybody? Nope. I can't do Oathplate legs, so this is literally the only way I can help out the clan right now. All right, another clue scroll. Here we go. What are we going to get? Yo, listen. I know I said it last time, but that kind of looks like gilded, right? It is literally gold-plated. You think anybody would ever fall for that? Frick, no. We're down to the wire. There's only a few days left. Let's see how it comes out, and we'll update you guys at the end. Righto, kids. That right there is how you do some Battleship. You're going to go to the X, move forward, move around, shoot, and have everyone else do all the work for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. I know how invigorating that made all you guys feel. Just think about how I felt playing this game. We literally did probably 30 different activities to try and help out the clan, and every time I would get off and get back on to try and what's the word here? Get something for the team, they would freaking go off and get it while I was at work. Like, what the heck are we doing here? But I'm going to throw this up here so you guys can see that our team ended up coming out with the victory right at the very end. So we've got a whole bunch of splash marks, and I think if it came down to it, on actual shots fired, I think they might have won. I don't know. We got a lot there. No, I think they probably would have won. But you can kind of see where all the hits are, and we have underlaid everything here. But dude, oh my goodness, we just started firing off. Some of these boys were really hitting it hot there at the very end. All we had left to get was that full oath plate. And we literally just needed one more piece, and we would have ended the game early. But we went right up to the line. Everybody was up in there just like dropping it in the chat like 10 seconds to go. It was a freaking blast. I was able to check off absolutely nothing, but I did help support everybody with some of the heavy grinds. But if there's anything that makes me super happy is they didn't even get a tap on our DDS. There was not a lot of really nice little just like DDS holes that they would have had to guess, and so they didn't end up getting any close to it. But yeah, dude, absolutely blast of a game. Again, if you guys are looking for a clan activity, I strongly encourage this. I've had a ball of a time. For the guys that have way more time to play, I could see this going even more crazy, and I'd be able to do even more. But unfortunately, some of us have real lives. Love you guys. But I will say one of the best perks was you could get on at any time, and everybody was in the chat on Discord per team. And so they were just talking it up. Dudes were putting this thing to bed at like 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, or just leaving it on overnight just to keep the chat going and alive. Definitely something we're going to keep going on from there. But I mean, I can tell you, I'd hop in just the clan chat while I was driving around at work, like a normal phone call, and just holler at the boys. So definitely helps bring together a lot of awesome, just fun camaraderie there. So again, clan activities is the way, dude. RuneScape's all about being social. If you guys aren't playing this game and being social, you're doing it wrong. If you're looking for somebody to talk to and hang out with, I'm always looking to hang out. If there's any other Ironmen, I'm sure we are taking some guys in our clan. Hit me up. Let me know in the comments, man, and we'll find you guys in game and have some fun. We'll see you guys next time. Shoots!